thank you for the patience. We had a little malfunction with some HDMI cordage, but we are back here. And so as we were away, the Cavaliers did score on a set piece. And it is tied 1-1 with the Raiders having a few more chances on goal for the game. So we are back streaming with you live on GoRaidersLive.com here with senior Gabby Morse.
Great ball by Emma Wontonwitz. STM is keeping possession on Raiders half, and Hannah Spielman is just going back the ball.
That's a good challenge, a good tackle. Just completely got the foot on the ball because it definitely, she stayed stationary, the other player did not. So see if we can pressure up the pressure in the defense here.
Morgan McLaughlin has possession of the ball right now.
Yeah.
Avery Wood looking for a pass, not seeming to find anything.
Just until like 5 minutes to 1. We're gonna try
STM looked to counterattack, but Raiders now has possession of the ball again. Melody Culbertson, senior on Raiders, has now replaced looks to be JC Miller as a midfielder, along with Avery Wood and Hannah Spielman.
Yep.
You have more games to coach?
Yep.
We have a stoppage. I don't know if we have automatic stoppage due to blood or
Yeah, she got hit in the face.
so. A lot of safety rules involved, Gabby, and with the heightened awareness of concussion, and especially in soccer and girls soccer, you probably have witnessed lots of times the referees really don't take too many chances out there, do they?
Yeah, no, definitely not. Concussions are a serious thing.
So another stoppage.
Actually, kick the ball before you.
Or kick it before it's ready, so we'll get a reset here. So with 28 minutes remaining, it's a 1-1 tie as the Cavaliers, on a nice set piece, equalized this match, but the Raiders have been relentless on the attack and just hasn't been able to pay off in the end for them. And the intensity is certainly picking up here. Great game to watch, very entertaining. It's getting fast and physical, and the center referee is doing his best to maintain it here. And ball out of bounds, and we throw it into Cavaliers. Nice ball up. Good defense with the back of the ball, but great hustle to win it back. That's probably something I'm sure that the coaches and his teammates you applaud with each other when you just have that no-quit attitude.
Yeah, it's great to see that kind of soccer out here.
And another turn, but just a lot of bodies in the box there. And it's turned away again.
Stephanie Stegner has control of the ball. She sends it long for Kayla Addison.
So the Cavaliers are pushing forward a little bit more this half, and as you noted, that goal bolstered the confidence and the energy level definitely.
I definitely think after last year and the Raiders' undefeated season that a lot of the teams that they will be playing will definitely be out for blood out here, and that these games are going to look a lot different than they did last year, especially this one.
Okay, stoppage here. STM wanted a call, no flags went up. going to stop the clock with an injury. So once again, we apologize for the technical failure. We're back up and running now. We do apologize as there was a goal scored in that transition, as Murphy's laws would have occurred. Did you happen to see which player went down? She's being attended to by the trainer on the field, and you always hold your breath in these situations.
I think those bands on their socks are the captain bands. Could possibly be, Carolyn Eckridge as being a striker, but I can't really tell from here.
Okay. Well, it looks like they're going to tend to her a little bit. We'll take a short little break here, and as soon as action returns, we'll be right back.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in South Dakota are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. Only 1/2% of all high school student athletes play basketball in college, but all 100% of them become adults. That's why playing basketball on their high school team is so important. High school athletes learn life lessons that help them grow up, lessons that can't be taught in the classroom and often aren't taught at home. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic.
Well, this is a great sign that the St. Thomas School, our player, is walking off on her own power, but definitely looks like she's moving very gingerly out there. Still can't get a number because she's getting number 7.
Carolyn Eckridge.
Carolyn Eckridge, I believe a captain.
Yeah, it's scary seeing that out on the field with how common ACL tears are, not only in the game of soccer, but also in women's especially.
Yes, definitely. A lot of studies and information out there, and a lot of different sports training programs are being developed to try to prevent that injury, especially the jump landing schools that a lot of female college athletes right now are attending, and hopefully that can trickle down to the high school level as well. Well, we're reset for play here. Looks like the St. Thomas More sub, and looks like they'll continue to work on Carolyn on the sideline. We only wish the best and hope it's just a bruise and a minor injury over there.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that player they subbed in is. She doesn't seem to be on the list.
We do have an alternate list right here that might be on there. I can't quite get a number
Yes, Haley Snyder.
Haley Snyder. So Haley
freshman.
Snyder, freshman, has some big shoes to fill, but we've often seen where, reserve players come right off the bench cold and do a pretty good job because the moment really doesn't catch up to them, whereas they have time to prepare. Sometimes they have time to think about it too much, do they?
Mallory Schoenhardt taking a throw-in on STM's half. Pretty close to the goal. This could be a scoring opportunity. Taylor McCormick makes a great 1v1 move.
Oh, just wide, but they cleared. It looks like the goalie cleared it out. So, as you called it, another attacking chance for the Raiders.
Yeah, Cavaliers keeper is really, having to test her skills out here with all of these shots on frame by the Raiders. Mallory Schoenhardt.
Retain possession of the lead in, another ball in, and another, almost. the Raiders just relentless, never say die. 3 or 4 chances, and finally the Raiders, all the pressure pays off. So that was a lot of white shirts by the goal there, Gabby, and that's going to let us, so many that I did not get a number, but as I told Gabby earlier, my eyes aren't working as well as anyone's did, so hopefully we can pick a number up for that as they get ready to reset the ball here for play. So we're back in play. The Raiders rewarded, and well-deserved reward. What'd you say, Gabby?
Yeah, Taylor McCormick, senior, the one who, this is her first year. She along with the other strikers, just really get into the box and, like I said, create chaos for that keeper, really disorienting her, and finally paid off. Taylor was there and it sent it in.
Oh, now that seems to have shifted the momentum and the energy right off that piece, that attacking mode again. So with all the attacking chances to shut out a goal, I think that was probably a very hard-earned and well-deserved outcome there for the Raiders. So the Raiders, with 23 minutes left, retake the lead after St. Thomas More put in the equalizer 6 minutes into the half. Cavaliers taking their time, will build up. But right there, the Raiders attacking again, pressing forward.
Great ball by Mallory Schoenhart.
More pressure, more pressure. And again, with 2 players, that really stretches the field. When 2 players go for a ball and 1 player from the opposing team can win it, and a turn and a ball in, and just, again, the angle wasn't there, but the whole concept and idea certainly is clicking right now. So I'm sure Coach Sarah would like to see the shots on goal to goal ratio a little higher, but can breathe a little easier. Game's certainly not over yet. Anything can happen, but how do you think or how do you assess, Gabby, the Raiders' performance with around 22 minutes left?
I think that they are really keeping up their pace. They have some great passes. I love the attacking minds here. Like, this is it's better than I've ever seen it.
And you've been on the team since freshman, correct?
Eighth grade.
Eighth grade even. And so obviously some experience here with what the flow looks like. And obviously when the Raiders compete against the Sioux Falls teams, the Aberdeens, the Piers, it's the size of the school and the amount of athletes they have. I'm sure it's even another step up that I'm sure you guys look forward to.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to watch. I'd rather be out there playing, but I have a lot of faith in these girls, and I know that they're gonna have a great season.
Looks like, is that another corner we won there? Yep, the Raiders with another corner opportunity. Apologize for the camera. The sun was at an angle where we couldn't see, but now we're better. So hopefully the camera skills get a little bit better. Well, that one's cleared out, but again, there's the white shirts there that sent it right back in. But the keeper's going to handle this one, and she will get set to distribute the ball.
Soccer flip.
An advantage that I'm seeing the Raiders have that STM is lacking in is those in the air balls. It seems that White always seems to get a foot on that ball when it gets sent up.
Yeah, they seem to. You're right, absolutely right. It just seems that they get the ball in any distribution, especially in the middle, and then they're able to possess it most of the time, and get something going. Well, another build-up here and a through ball, and let's see if the speed. Oh, but this team speed that you talked about again, and I think we're going to have maybe a foul here, and maybe talking to it looks like. In those situations, I'm assuming the referee just says, okay, you're reminded, take it easy. Or do they have more stern words for you in those situations, Kevin? Not that you've ever been talked to by a referee.
Oh, I have. I definitely think that it becomes stern when you, are repeatedly making the same mistakes. Actually, last year in this exact game, I had so many fouls, I got a yellow card and had to sit out the second half.
Okay, so
So I got a stern talking too.
So that's probably, and I think that's good proactive officiating. We want to be safe. We want to make sure people are playing hard and fair. But, we also like to have teaching moments. And if you don't learn, I guess there's consequences. And explain the difference. I know most of our viewers probably know, but some may be new watching a relative or a grandchild. What is the yellow card infraction and what's its consequences?
A yellow card it's kind of like a warning. You get warnings beforehand, but once you have, a certain number of fouls and you're repeating the same, foul each time, whether it be, a push, a grab, or whatever, you'll get the yellow card and it's a warning telling you, if you do this again, you'll get a red card, which is, suspension from the game you're currently playing in and the next game after that.
Well, and another heavier consequences is your team can't substitute anyone until you're a player down.
Right.
And I'm sure there's certain infractions or fouls that no warning is needed. Hard tackle from behind, etc. Can you explain some of those? I know it's all referee discretion, but what in your experiences are, I'm sure there's some fouls that they don't need a warning.
Well, slide tackles can always be, a questionable foul, whether or not they play the ball, and how hard, the player is that you take out, how hard they fall, and there's just, a lot of things with that. And then also very, dirty playing, grabbing jerseys, any of that kind of stuff can all cause a yellow card.
And I know at the higher levels, you can get carded for handballs. Is that true in high school too, or is that not a card, just a penalty?
I don't know if I've seen maybe once, where
It's very intentional.
yeah, or they've repeated it a few times. It's just things like that. Handballs are kind of a difficult thing to call because they're usually unintentional.
Sure. Well, try there by the Cavaliers to advance, and it was ball played back to Malia Richter, who cleared it out, and it looks like the Raiders are going to get some possession here. Again, that midfield is just attack minded, and the strikers seem to play off that. Again, you talked about, we have a foul here, and a clock stoppage, and we're going to have maybe a card, just as we talked about it.
She's got to come out of the game then, right?
Yellow card, and I believe in high school that is an automatic substitution. Gabby?
Usually coaches will do it. It's not required, but coaches do it just so that the ref is not looking at them. It's kind of like a.
Well, it looks like he's waiting for the substitution to come on. There's two. It's hard to tell because there's. Yep, here she's coming off now.
Oh, that's Bailey Carlson. Looks like.
And that's who got the yellow card, I believe, as well.
Unfortunately, Carolyn Eckrich, the one that got injured a little bit ago, she is back in and playing. That's good to see.
That's good to see. That's great to see. That means the trainer gave the nod, and that is spectacular. And so we're happy for her. As you said, a great player for the Cavaliers. Well, who's taking the set piece here? I just can't see.
Hannah Spielman.
Okay, so she seems to be the go-to person on set pieces at this point. And that's going to be a quick one in the middle and a touch, and dangerous, and almost in the goal again. Just on the lip of the net, and just bad luck or just great reaction. So once again, a nice set piece. Thought she was going to try to bend it in, but she went hard on the ground and got a first touch ball. That was a difficult one to judge in the air.
It looks that Stevens Raiders, Morgan McLaughlin, the senior, is now subbed out, and Reagan Spielman, freshman, now has the ball. She is subbed in, and it's great to see some new faces out here. We've also got freshman just recently pulled up from junior varsity, Tandra Keegan. She is playing outside defender, number 23. So that's interesting to see. Have some new players out there.
Yeah, first game, making sure everybody's safe and well rested, and the conditioning. It's not a super hot day, but certainly on the field, I'm sure it's warm, and this has been a nonstop pace. So nice turn on the ball there, and a nice ball to the wing. Let's see if the Raiders can push forward, and looks like the ball went out of bounds, so we go okay. But again, just nice combinations to build up and set up an attacking chance there.
Yeah, you can see how much the Raiders utilize those outside midfielders, especially Mallory Schoenhardt out there with that speed.
Looks like we have another substitution working in, and Gabby will catch that and keep us informed here.
Yeah, Avery Wood just got subbed out at attacking midfielder. Allie Massey, a junior. She is now playing that position.
Challenged by JC, who wins it, but it goes right back to the STM player. Again, trying to get it to the flanks, and that ball first touch not too great, and we're in a middle ball, and what a great reaction by Malia Richter. What didn't lose her nerve, didn't panic.
Victor, you want me to do a quick cool down on the turf now for the game?
It was a great ball played by Olivia Hill, number 3 on STM. It was a great split. One of the best combinations we've seen so far out of STM as far as attacking.
Yeah, definitely. It was the counterattack you talked about, and a mishandled ball. And you mentioned that earlier, that they would have to take advantage of mistakes, and they certainly did there. But again, enough experience and confidence by Malia Richter to just. It almost seemed calm, even though we were maybe a little excited up here, Gabby, to go and just cut that ball off and stop that attack.
Nice defending by Tandra Keegan. I'm sure she's really nervous right now, being a freshman playing out here with all these girls.
Dave, do you get a reading on the temperature down there, or is it pretty hot? I don't think it's that hot.
Mallory has a nice touch around her defender. STM regains possession.
Well, if there's a stoppage here, if you can be on the field
Some
and
nice
just want to touch it,
challenges
even off to the corner there,
Raiders and
in by the high jump or something, if you just want to
Reagan
feel it,
Spielman
you
takes
think
it up
it
the
beats it,
flank.
we'll do it. If you don't, that's fine.
Alrighty, we'll check.
I think with this breeze, if it's not over like 85, I think we're fine.
Yeah, the breeze is nice. No problem, Jared. Just want to check with you.
10, unless they complain
Carolyn
about it, I
Eckridge,
think we just go.
STM, is taking the throw in. Some nice defending from Cassidy Kirsch.
Yeah, it really looks like some of the STM players have settled in here in the second half, and there's just a better flow to their system, isn't there?
Yeah, they're definitely, keeping it more compact and putting a lot more pressure on, the Raiders. It was a nice attempt of STM on that shot there. Just got to get them a little more on frame.
Yeah, it was for range, but again, it shows that those build-ups are giving them a little space to square to the goal and take shots. So Malia Richter will distribute the ball, and she does, and looks like the Raiders will get some possession here up the wing, right wing, and so they'll move it up there. Continue to apply that forward pressure. Ball swung to the middle now, and another hustling Raider gets set first touch on it, just like you had mentioned, Jim.
Great ball by Allie Massey into the middle. Kayla McCormick plays it out wide to Schoenhardt. She looked to take the shot, but it didn't seem to be on.
Another one and right to the keeper. Another shot on goal. And you called it earlier in the first half, and we were doing as the game started. Taylor McCormick's ability to control the ball in tight spaces has really led to some chances for the Raiders.
Yeah.
We have a player down here, it looks like a stoppage.
That was a pretty bad collision between
Once
him
again,
and
that's,
Spielman.
looked like it might be a concussion, and the referee is really waiting on the trainer who's on the hop out there.
Yeah, Cassidy Kirsch is down this time.
Looked like a hard blow.
Yeah, I don't think that it was intentional on either part. It was just a bad collision.
Yeah, two people going hard for the ball, and that was the result was player down. And so again, we always hold our breaths in this situation, hoping it's just maybe the wind knocked out or something down there. Looks like that might be the case as the trainer is kind of getting her up. And those are hard when you're going at that fast and you're already short of breath and working so hard like Cassie has all game. And we're going to give her a nice round of applause here. We're going to hope that that's all it was there. She gave a little curtsy there, so we're going to hope that's what it was. It looked like the captain also had a few words with the official as we get set for play again.
You know, you always wonder when they go out like this, you know, what their coaches could be, you know, telling them they need to work on.
Sure. And just from your experience with the Raider bench, sometimes come out just for a breather, or sometimes it's instructional, or does it just depend on the situation?
Usually it's not for a breather, you know, unless you're in a situation where you're, you know, sick or something. But, you know, Luis doesn't, you know, there's no excuses. You know, if he puts you on, you stay on and you work hard.
Okay, so when you come out, usually a lot of instruction from either Coach Sarah, Coach English, or one of the other coaches, or is it just words of encouragement, or it just depends again on the situation?
It definitely just depends.
Okay, once again, so glad we welcome Gabby DeMar Sr. on the injured reserve list coming to join us today, adding some great insight and really knowledge into not only the Stevens Rangers players, but the St. Thomas More Cavaliers, as she alluded to earlier, has played a lot of soccer with probably, what would you say, Gabby, 70% of the girls out here today, or better?
Or better, definitely.
Maybe not some of the younger ones due to the age differences in the club, but definitely most of the juniors and seniors are here in Edgerton. Again, the Raiders working hard to that midfield, and I don't know if these girls have the pedometers or the monitors like the professional players do, but I would say Taylor's marked a few miles today, wouldn't you?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, she's really working hard out there getting that ball back. And, you know, sometimes that's something that you don't see very often as a striker. You know, strikers just score.
And another shot on goal, and another save. It seemed to be at the international level, but trickling down, I'm sure, is how much forward pressure, you know, the strikers and the offenses are putting on defenses just to maybe have poor distribution or cause a mistake. Just knowing it, not being an expert by any means, but watching the Olympics or World Cup last summer, and even the UEFA Cup and the Copa de America this summer, it just seemed like that's kind of a trend.
Great header out by Mallory Schoenhardt.
Another collision there, so it's easy to bump into people out there, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, Gabby, school hasn't quite started. We have a little here a couple more weeks, but can you help our viewers and us kind of from your perspective get a picture of what time management is like once school starts? And I know a lot of you girls on the Raiders soccer team, which has been an annual team that achieves academic excellence through the South Dakota High School Athletics Association. What time management is like when you're trying to carry a difficult schedule and be a varsity team member?
Well, you know, the hardest part is really, when we go out of town and we have to miss days of school. I mean, all it takes is just, going in before and after school, to get help or do what you have to do. And although it seems inconvenient, if you love the game enough, you'll be willing to take on that challenge.
And if I understand, there was quite a few of the players from last year's team, seniors and juniors, that also had AP type courses, so that missing that time, I'm sure, was a little bit stressful, but if you had a plan, did you feel it was, maybe like you said, inconvenient and had a little sacrifice of time, but well worth it?
Oh, it's very worth it, and players who plan on going on, to play in college, I know there's quite a few seniors out here that are, already committed and on their way. You have to be able to manage your time and, make those sacrifices because, college is a lot harder than high school.
Well, again, we just really appreciate your insight, joining us today as senior Raiders student athlete Gabby DeMars. A little too aggressive there on the venture for the ball and on the foul, and STM will be able to have a free kick and get this ball reset here. Well, with under 6 minutes, still 2-1,
Yes.
a lot of chances for the Raiders, and they've got 2 to go in the back of the net. Several have been very close. Some hit the crossbar, and the Cavaliers took advantage of a set piece with the free kick right outside the box. So that's the summary. Gabby, could you just give us a recap of who scored those goals?
So first half, Mallory Schoenhard scored the goal, and it was a split pass from Taylor Frommer, also a striker, and Mallory Schoenhard took that back post run behind the defender and got the ball in the goal. And second half, Taylor McCormick scored. It was just a lot of chaos in the box, and there were lots of deflections, and somehow Taylor McCormick was in there, and she just sent it right behind the goalie.
And for St. Thomas More, off that set piece, it was just a good flash run in there and a perfect touch, and just really the keeper had no chance with how quick that touch was.
Well, and also, part of that was probably, due to the Raiders, not defending and marking up on their players as well as they should have. Cassidy had, pretty much a free run in front of all those players, so that could be, major.
And that's so interesting that you bring that up, because I'm sure a lot of part of the set pieces is all about timing, when to approach, when to make the run, and it just seemed to all click on that set piece for the Cavaliers. Another chance in the box, another turn, and just wide, and the Raiders try to retain, and they do, win the corner kick.
That was a great turn by Taylor McCormick, that was so close to being in that bottom corner.
And we've even seen, the professional commentators at the high level, make note of what you just did is, defenders, losing their mark, and, that easy. It happens so fast in a goal as we speak. We just talked about it, and that would be another example of, just a perfect centering ball and no defender, lots of space and time to direct that header, square the shoulders, get it in the back of the net, and with just about 3 minutes left, that has to give the Raiders a lot of security. And again, Gabby, a great way to be rewarded for all the work they've done today.
Yeah, that was a great header by Taylor McCormick, so driven. I mean, even, if the keeper saw it coming, that probably would have went in.
Yeah, the pace on that was just to redirect the pace from the ball in was just really a high level of soccer there. So
Yeah.
3-1 Raiders, and just an outstanding build-up and cross. Did you see who presented that ball for her?
No, I did not.
I did not either. It happened so fast. You blink and you miss it. The Raiders go right back on the attack. So just relentless here, and just great to see this desire. And just tells you how excited after all the work that's been done for the Raiders to get on the field and play. So STM, you know, this half have settled into their system and have been moving the ball pretty good. Oh, an unlucky misstep there and a ball out. But even in that little possession to the back to the middle, there was some crisper passes and a little more confidence. Well, now, Gabby, I have to ask the question. Do the Raiders have the mentality to sit back, or is it just keep working on what we do and keep building and playing our game?
I think that they're going to keep playing their game, you know, in games where, you know, they know that they're at high risk of another goal because, you know, they've got some good challengers. That's when, you know, they'll probably sit back, you know, and in a more important game is when they would probably choose to do something like that. But
And not that this game is important, but I think you're obviously talking about a playoff game,
Yes,
a situation where, you know, maybe there's a 1-goal lead as opposed to a 2-goal lead,
Yes.
which does give the strikers at least and those attacking midfielders, as you mentioned, still going to do their job. Obviously, the defenders might back up a step or two, but they still don't want to provide that middle open space for a run either.
no.
Well, it just seems like the Raiders passing in tight quarters and just triangulating players and passing has really been evident today. Do you guys spend a lot of time on that, or is that just something instinctive through the process of soccer?
I know they definitely spend a lot of time on that kind of stuff. Coach Sarah's, you know, very into the small details.
Well, the small details have paid off into some wonderful chances, and you know, just the instincts and the confidence. You know, even Malia Victor coming off the line to, you know, stop that threat that you know got another ball off the post. So that makes 3 and not 4 today.
That was a great save by the keeper.
Yes. Off the hand, off the post. We heard it up here. So anyway, the ability to come off the line is just another sign of confidence. You mentioned
7,
Malia's had the chance to work with the goalie coach, so that should be good for the team.
2,
Yep.
1.
Well, that concludes our contest. We're going to keep it right here and just do a brief recap with senior Gabby Mars. And we look forward to the next Raider contest. The next Raider contest, the Raiders will be headed to Sioux Falls for a doubleheader, which this would be a great warm-up for them. And this, they got to do a lot of things, and you know, got challenged, and that might give them something to work on.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, Gabby, your assessment of today's contest here, just what did you take away from it as a player and now being up here viewing from afar?
I definitely think that this game had a way better turnout, you know, than last year. I think they had a lot more, you know, more of a challenge, which is, you know, great for both teams. I think STM really put up a fight, you know, for how hard the Raiders pushed them, and I think that having those aggressive forwards, you know, I think it'll really, you know, be a good thing for the Raiders this year.
And what about the Cavaliers? I know they have a similar but a lot different schedule, especially when it comes to East River opponents. They look to be, again, a pretty solid Class A girls team.
Definitely.
And so hopefully the injuries that they have can heal up, and we wish them the best of success as they continue their season and represent West River and Rapid City. Well, Gabby, it's been a pleasure having you. We're going to take a break here before we get set for the boys' game, and please let us know how we did, or if you like today's broadcast, please subscribe to Stevens Raiders GoRaidersLive.com channel. So with that, I will take a pause for now. Once again, Gabby, it was great to have you. You did a great job. I hope you liked it and something that you want to come to do again, because I really believe the viewers probably took a lot away from how you broke down the game for them.
Thank you.
All right. Outstanding.
Oh, my ear feels weird.
Yeah, mine was too. The filming was poor, but that was outstanding. People are going to go, yeah, it was great until you did this. Or sometimes people calling me, I was like, oh, wow. So if we have a dedicated filmer, we'll definitely do better. So.
Yeah. Yeah, that was fun. I'll definitely do that again.
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, and I won't steal your sheets this time.
That's okay. I just left it over there, and then I looked at it right when we started. I'm like, oh shoot.
Well, yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I was over here hogging them while I was talking. Have to get my announcers voice back on.
I'm sorry.
Well, if you know any of the boys that aren't playing, or any guys that or anybody that you think would want to sit and do a boys game,
Okay.
let me know. Okay, so we've got Schmidt, Bent, Crawford, Bramley, Sheets, Nunez, Hall, Mum, Aves. Oh, that should be a space in there. Not Devin Hanson, it's just Hanson. Thomas, Brandon Thomas. Brandon Thomas. Oh, here's their number here. And if you need a drink or something, or if you need a, please take one on your way. You, at least I could do. And I had a company that makes socks in town here give me some samples, and one of the samples they did was kind of had a soccer ball panel look to it. It says Stevens Raiders. Stop by my office. And I'll get those for you.
Okay. Thank you.
That's your pay. I know.
Okay.
$1 million or a pair of socks. So.
Okay.
Alrighty, so I'll get all everything down here. I got referees down here. Yes, sir.
Pre-game stuff, they're doing announcements.
We won't do an anthem,
No anthem.
but you can walk out and I'll introduce. It'll look like this. I'll introduce their lineup, their coaches, our lineup coaches, you guys, and then we'll just roll because we're going to anthem for you guys.
Okay.
That'll save us a few minutes there too. So probably when it hits the horn there, we'll roll. Okay.
So you want us to walk out at the horn, or you want us to be out there and do the announcements before the horn?
At the horn,
At the horn.
you guys present, and as soon as you guys start walking out, or as soon as I start talking, even if you guys want to come out. And I'll go as fast as I can without offending anybody. So I got to get their lineup. So Evan Watson, Chad Landis, Edwin, is it Schultz or Schultz? Schultz. So even though it's spelled this way, it said Schultz. This is how
I don't know.
This is how he spelled it. So I'll do my best. I'll kind of go Edwin Schultz.
Yeah.
So okay, I think we.
And then as far as lightning, like we talked,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
if you have something, get on the loudspeaker.
And over here, you're gonna have a better view of this over here than I am, really behind us. So we'll work together.
All right.
You know, we just gotta work together. I don't foresee it being a problem. If it is,
No.
we err on the side of caution.
Yeah.
If somebody complains, they can talk to me all day on that.
Okay.
You know, those kid, people in the park, the kid filming for Illinois got zapped, and then just all these situations in general, that Shannon football kid went down with the heart. Not that we would know that, but just, you just never, you can't take those chances. Even Tony did a nice job a couple times, even though it was just, looked like she got the wind knocked out of her, he wasn't screwing around. There's people out there, so.
All right. And you're running the clock?
No, Jeff Barnes will, and he's done it a million times, and he is really good about paying attention. You don't want me running the clock.
All right.
That JV boys game, I got all the stoppages. I missed restarting after one goal because I got a call. So, all right,
All right.
we're set to go. Thank you so much, guys. Nice job on all that. So it looks good. ladies and gentlemen, you're joining us on GoRaidersLive.com. We will stay right here, but we will pause until the boys' game starts. Once again, I really want to thank Gabby Marr, senior injured reserve player, for providing some excellent insight during the girls' game. Nice job, Gabby. Tan shirt, guy, you working, he's, yep, so, here, he had really, Mr. Barnes is right here. So the national anthem is too.
Sorry, no, we were debating.
Well, when I turned the fan off, though, we could hear it. But she said those people were outside the fence. Oh, it's only 67 on 67. I didn't know that. The boys didn't get any music. See what the fight song sounds like. God, Gabby did a good job.
Yes, you did.
I haven't really talked to her that much. Ever, you know what I mean? She's just a
Uh-huh.
quiet kid. And
Oh, yeah.
let's see what this sounds like. Can you hear anything?
Barely. It's barely on. Nobody's standing up and cheering. That's real quiet.
Yep, I can barely hear it. Well, I'll have to have those guys adjust it because I don't know if I. Maybe I can.
You said the microphone's fine.
Yeah, that's on a different.
Oh.
I might have to turn it up a little. People, it's too loud. Oh, national anthem started. Did you hear it?
The thing was quiet.
That was a lot. That was loud. National anthem was just loud there. Come on, what do you guys want? I'll have to guess. You know, maybe I'll just download it to like an iPad because what she was playing came out plenty loud. Or her phone. Maybe that's what I need to do. Is just have Ann send it to me because it could be these computers too. You know. Because when she plugged her phone in, that music was too loud. I mean, it was just right. Correct?
I could hear it, but I could hear you over the top of it though. When you're doing
That's
the introduction?
It's supposed to.
Okay.
It's this is supposed to, you know what I mean, block out the rest. So that's good that we were able to do that. God, this thing is just moving all over the place. Vibrations is killing me. That's pretty good there, though. I think I got it back in the game. And before we get going here. All right, you're gonna be mic'd up this time. Live with Mr. Barnes. Mr. Barnes, what do you look forward to in math class this year? Well, we're gonna have a great set of integers. You know, we're really looking forward to
Put some curves, trigonometry.
really looking forward to utilizing Math Lab to really, you know, establish our dominance in math as a school in the country. No, I'm just being facetious, right? I think I'll just get rid of volunteers. Okay, Jason Rowe, is that this guy? Jason Rowe. This is so busy. Here, oh, we still have 2 minutes.
Parker was, I did a really good job being quiet, didn't I? You did super.
I forgot he was up here. You were barging in when that one goal was nice though.
Oh, that header?
Taylor squaring that thing up.
Oh, God, it was just like, bam.
She put the hammer on the nail there. I think you should stop it, reset it, we should get going, don't you?
They're ready. Wake them all up. Horn sounded.
Good afternoon once again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sioux Park Stadium for today's boys contest between the visiting St. Thomas More Cavaliers and your Rapid City Stevens Raiders. The schools participating in this event are members of the South Dakota High School Activities Association, which have adopted the rules under which the games are conducted. A strong commitment to excellence, fair play, and sportsmanship are all vital to this activity's success. Thank you. We would first like to introduce the starting lineup for the visiting Cavaliers. Number 1, Andrew Evans. Number 5, Nate Skinner.
Jared?
Number 6, Zach Lemon. Number 10, Luke Julian. Number 12, Spencer Lund. Number 13, Brady Evans. Number 14, Michael Hurd. Number 15, Jens Christensen. Number 19, Connor Pruss. Number 21, Frank Veldhuizen. And number 26, Dalton Lund. The head coach for the Cavaliers is Pete Sales and is assisted by Jason Rowe. And now the starting lineup for your Rapid City Stevens Raiders. 00, keeper Nick Schmidt. Number 2, Blake Bennett. Number 3, Christian Crawford. Number 4, Matt Bramley. Number 7, Roger Sheets. Number 8, Jacob Nunez.
Number 10, Jacob Hall. Number 11, Abu Mum. Number 18, Jace Apes. Number 20, Devin Hansen. And rounding out the lineup for the Raiders, number 25, Brandon Thomas. The head coach for the Raiders is Jacob Meyer. He's assisted by Jeff Fierro, Aaron Foss, and Rob Cheddar. Your officials for today's game are Evan Watson, Chad Landis, and Edwin Schultz. Good luck to both teams.
Jared, do we have people switching out on taking ticket, or is this it?
Should be.
Okay, yeah, they're down here with the money bills. I said we'll just bring them up.
A reminder, fans and parents, if you have any relatives or friends that aren't able to be in today's game, we are webcasting on GoRaidersLive.com. That's GoRaidersLive.com. Thank you. Well, welcome back. Fans, we're set ready to go here. We just introduced the teams. Cavaliers are a young team. They're going to come out here. It looks like their starting lineup is comprised of just a few seniors, so another building year for Coach Sales, who's done a nice job with the Cavaliers. And the Raiders, defending state champions, returned many seniors, so it's quite the opposite picture. And I know the Raiders have a lot of expectations of themselves. And so we kick off the year, and we have a run right now down the wing by Blake Bennett. A lot of speed by that senior. Drives the ball in the middle, and it is cleared nicely by the Cavaliers. Again, the Raiders coming off state championship season in an epic final. Two very solid, high-quality, high-character teams, Aberdeen Central and Stevens Raiders. It was a fine match to watch, and a lot of quality, a lot of pace, and so the Raiders look to maintain that status, which is a tall order, but Coach Meyer feels the leadership and the hard work of the team. He's very hopeful that they can, have another great season. The Raiders trying to maintain possession through the midfield, but the Cavaliers doing a nice job of applying just enough pressure to usually interrupt the third or fourth pass. A little turn of possession, but they lost it there, and the Raiders again make their way up the sideline, but a good challenge and a ball out of bounds by the Cavalier defense. Center referee today is Evan Watson, and he'll be joined by Chad Landis and Edwin Schultz. Experienced crew here as the Raiders look to put the ball up the wing, and STM will clear, put it out of bounds. Throw in Raiders. Work the ball up through the middle, and we've got, again, the Cavalier defense does a nice job of condensing down on the Raiders. Just can't get that through ball there, but they're definitely the Raiders are setting the tone and looking to put pressure on the Cavalier defense. Looks like the Raiders are going to win a corner, so this will be their first attempt at a set piece, and looks like Jace Hayes will try to swing it in with his left foot. Jace, goal scorer, the winner at the state championship, and so I'm sure the Raiders soccer has high hopes for the whole team, but Jace played a tremendous game along with all the other Raiders at that state final. St. Thomas More keeper will clear it out here. Distributes the ball to Jacob Nunez, a nice little flick touch with his knee, and he's going to maintain possession. Raider ball out of bounds will give St. Thomas More throwing. The Raiders are wearing white. St. Thomas More is in the visiting dark uniform. Let the ball go back to keeper Nick Schmidt. His teammates really rallied behind Nick last season, and both goalies for Aberdeen Central last year and Stevens had a great final. Just for Aberdeen, unfortunately, and fortunately for the Raiders, Jay Safe's penalty kick was able to get by the Aberdeen keeper for a state championship. Here in the opener, 2016 season, the Raiders look to establish their tempo and style here, which Coach Meyer, I'm sure, will want to build on last year. We have a run, Jacob Hall, and a good recovery by the defense. Jacob was ready to change some pace and change direction, and the defender timed it well. But another corner and another set piece chance for the Raiders. High in swinger there at the lip, but can't quite get to it. But Jacob retains for another corner. So this is corner number 3 and another set piece. We'll see if we have any people running. We only have one person in the box. Here comes 4 runners, one up top, and again, St. Thomas More does a nice job clearing that. So at this point, the St. Thomas More defense is definitely seems prepared for some of the tactics of the Raiders. And early on here, 0-0, but the Raiders definitely owning possession and the field position as well. A good throw in, a good run, and I got another clearing kick and with force, but that will give the Raiders corner number 4. So if the law of averages prevail, the Raiders' scoring chances are going up every time they have a set piece. That's time they choose to go short, work through the middle, and the Cavaliers clear again. Another ball in the middle, a good stoppage this time, shot, and a couple of defenders hit it, and right back in there though. Raiders just keep pressing. Goalie controls this time, and clears. Long ball up, and it looks like we're gonna not. He did get on the end of that. Got confused with the football lines, but soccer field is a little wider. And a shot, but it's gonna go well over the goal. Not sure if it went off a Cavalier. The assistant referee is gonna say, yep, it was off a Cavalier leg. Thanks for the spotter assistance of Jeff Barnes working the clock for the Raiders today. Left in swinger goes over the box. They're going to try to set something on the other side. Another in ball. Nunez can't turn on it. And the Cavaliers attempt to clear once again, but again, that pressure of the Raiders wins them the ball right back. Another left-hand swinging shot, and this time Jace just had a little too much on it, couldn't bend it enough. And another goal kick for the Cavaliers. Cavaliers now have a little pressure and a nice pass and broken up there, but they've shown that if they've given a little time, they can handle the ball. And Nick Schmidt, with that long reach, nabs up that cross and clears for the Raiders. Tries to distribute deep. Nice job. First touch by the Cavaliers. An errant pass there. And let's see if the Raiders can capitalize. They push it out to the wing. Jace Haights attacking the goal angle. And a nice challenge by the defender, but another corner kick that makes half a dozen for the Raiders. So another quick start here. Instead of trying the in swing, go to the middle, no one there. A few hands up in the air. Somebody zigged when they should have zagged. But again, the Raiders challenge for the ball in the middle, and there's going to be a call by Mr. Watson, and it'll be Cavalier free kick. Set the ball. Nifty little set of moves there by Nunez, and he's going to push it back and try to create some space. Good angle there. A little triangulated passing. This is more the style of Coach Meyer. Short, crisp ground passes that just make teams move. And there's another example, and what a great give and go. What a nice stop. A good recovery by the keeper. Jacob Hall just couldn't get enough time to get a left foot angle on it, but what a great setup. And all off that short triangulated passing by the Raiders. Again, that forward pressure just keeps pushing forward and hoping to draw mistakes. However, the Cavaliers have been able to break that and get a counter chance. So as we're 11 minutes in, 0-0, both teams establishing themselves with the Raiders controlling possession and pressuring the ball. 6 corner kicks, a shot, but again, right to the keeper. So getting some space to turn, but not finding the net. Cavaliers look to quick start after the throw-in, out of bounds on the Raiders. Another good touch by Jacob Nunez. He's going to get the ball in the middle, and the Raiders just can't get it wide. And the Cavaliers, another nice job of that. That last man defending is pretty risky, but has been successful so far for the Cavaliers. Nice job of possession there, but Jacob Nunez kind of owning the middle right now for the Raiders and establishing possession. Although really impressed with the effort and the of the Cavaliers. They are not backing away from any challenge, and they're hustling towards balls and closing the space for the Raiders, so they're doing a nice job. Raiders work it wide, work it to the flank, but again, Cavaliers have a little bit of a counter chance, but a good defensive play there to step in, which may turn a counter here. Oh, just couldn't lift the ball over the defender. Great job of defending by the Cavaliers. That last line has been been very active, and corner number 7. So let's see if this is it for the Raiders, if they dial up all 7s, or if they go to that another quick pass, and they do with maybe a shot, nope, across, but the timing just doesn't seem to be there on that short pass corner, but they get another one. We'll see if they go the more traditional crossing route, which they do try to swing one in, but again, no one there. Didn't seem like on that set piece they had a lot of white jerseys running to the net, but again they have possession in the middle of the field. Cavaliers win it back, and a good first touch there. Raider defense, again, right in the position they needed to be to win possession and help build up back on the other end. Good decision not to make the run, as the flag would have came up, so a good try, but experience of the striker Jacob Hall knew he would have been offsides on that one. Like Bent, again, pressing the issue, has a good angle.
Oh, good defense.
Good defense, a nice tackle. Those are always dangerous in the box. But here comes corner number 8. I promise I will eventually lose count if they keep up at this pace, but interesting to see. There's the ball in. Header, almost there. Bicycle kick attempt, but blocked by the defender, which will earn corner number 9.
Nice bicycle attempt.
Jace Hayes will line up. Let's see. It looks like he's looking more to swing it in here. Let's see if we have more attackers. A few more white jerseys in the box. Gets it to Hall, who first touches it, and oh, just wide and high. Defender there to try to jump and deflect it. The goalkeeper, though, did not seem to think that that was so on target. He had to dive for it. So, goal kick, Cavaliers. Nice ball to switch fields. And the build-up for the Raider begins again with a through ball, and looks like we got a flag up, and so distribution now with the pass. Gets beyond the Raiders, goes to Nunez, and he pushes it up to Bent. He's got an angle, and he's going to shoot a little earlier this time. A nice ground save, a nice hard low shot. And I believe we're at a decade of corner kicks here. And it looks like Jacob Hall will line this up. And St. Thomas More covering the short entry. We'll see more traditional delivery, high delivery with a half volley. Headed out again. Another half volley attempt by Hayes, but will draw a goal kick. Distributes ball. Nunez just calling his name a lot. He just seems to be a magnet on the ball and has a very solid first touch, very reliable first touch, and is winning a lot of possession for the Raiders. See if they move it up the flank again. Well, they choose to go in the middle, but we have a flag up, and there was 2 white shirts that basically stopped in their track because they sensed it. So expect that early on in the year, and the Cavaliers doing a nice job of that line being in sync and playing the trap, moving up in sync to draw the Raiders offside. As a senior girls player, Gabby DeMars, explained earlier today, who helped us with the girls webcast, offsides is when there's a pass to you and there's not a defender between you and the ball. If you're ahead of that, it's an offside. So we've seen quite a few potential offsides and some offsides today for the boys, who are playing at a very fast pace and pressing the issue forward. No call there. Good challenge there, and St. Thomas More relying on their defensive midfielders and their defense to really stop the Raiders because they have owned the possession and the field position. Another ball in, just can't quite get the touch and a turn, a good challenge and tackle there. 50-50 ball, the Raiders come up with it. And another through ball and goal. Raiders, where's the flag up? Nope, that's going to be a goal. So a good split run and a finish there for the Raiders. It looked like Roger Sheets might have been the one who came in and tapped that one, and it was number 7 Sheets. So excellent build up by the Raiders. They've had lots of chances, and that time the pressure and the pace just too much for the Cavalier defense, who have been doing a pretty solid job back there of winning balls and recovering. So after the score, 1-0 Raiders, we're about 20 minutes into the first half. And the Cavaliers look to build something in the middle, but there's the Nunez again, who will start the Raider attack. Good forward ball. Blake Met's going to get there. No, we're going to have a stoppage, a little push there, and so he's not sure what he did, but it was a pretty assertive whistle, and we will have a free kick for the Cavaliers. So the Raiders right back on the attack there, halfway in the first half. Another ball won by the Raiders off of the free kick, but the Cavaliers do a nice job to have a little counter. Raiders recover. The back line is in position, but the Cavaliers doing a nice job working up the wing. Still there, still applying that pressure. Again, really impressed with the effort of both teams. The Cavaliers, even though they are a Class A team, not backing down from the defending state champions. Nice little somersault throw in for the highlight reel by the Cavaliers. And they do maintain possession. Nice ball up the wing, it's just a little too far, and again the Raiders back line was well positioned under the direction of the goalie, Nick Schmidt. Ball comes wide. Looks like Devin Hansen just pushed it a little long, and it'll be out of bounds to the Cavaliers. Throwing Cavaliers, see if they can build one up here. Looks like the Raiders do have possession, and they're going to play it back to the goalie, who's going to create some space and get it up the field for the Raiders. Chance here, mishandle, and a goal for the Cavaliers. So just like that, a miscommunication or a mistake on the back line, and the equalizer goes in, and we're not at 1. So that effort and tenacity of the Cavaliers pays off for the young squad. I'm sure Coach Pete Sales is very pleased with that, and that's just an effort and persistence goal there, taking advantage of a miscue or a miscommunication. So the Raiders now will have to settle back in. It gives a little confidence to the Cavaliers as they press forward and have yet another chance. And for the first time this game, the ball is staying on the defensive half of the Raiders, and the Cavalier faithful is letting their players know that they appreciate their effort.
I didn't know he knew so much about soccer. Got a good call if I just have a crossbar.
So the goal kick to the Raiders. Nick Schmidt, who's not accustomed to giving up too many goals, sure looked disappointed on that one. So hopefully the Raiders regroup. He gets that back line set, and they make some adjustments and go from there. So ball out of bounds once again. As you can see in the corner of your screen, 18 minutes remaining in the first half. We're 1-1 tie. Roger Sheets got the Raiders on the board. Cavaliers just scored. Might have potentially been an own goal. There was a lot of action down there. A lot of legs getting put in there, and just confusion or the deflection caught Nick Schmidt off guard. Gives up the first goal of the season. So no clean sheet for either team today, boys or girls. The Stevens girls opened up their season with a 3-1 win over a pretty solid St. Thomas More team. Tied 1-1 well into the second half, and then the Raiders really started to pay dividends on all their aggressiveness. But right now it seems like the St. Thomas More Cavaliers kind of have the Raiders on their heels. The ball has been in their half for the last 3 minutes, and Raiders try to counter, and it looks like they're going to give another corner. If my figures are right, this would be number 11.
You're right.
A swinger in, off the chest, just couldn't quite handle it, tries to turn, but a Cavalier defender right there. Nice pass for the midfield. And back in the midfield, triangulate passing, but Raiders right there. Very nice touch by Jacob Nunez, very soft. And now good position and drives a shot. And a great save. Deflection, cleared. So that quick trigger of Jacob Nunez, goalie was ready for it, but boy, really had to be on his A game, and a great stop there. Long throw from Blake Penn all the way in. And the Raiders try to make some space, ball in. Good challenge there. Raiders don't win it, but again, they come in and a long shot, and it's well over. So Jacob Nunez is seeing something out there from his attacking midfield position, and he has let loose. He has a cannon. So if he finds target, the wind is in the favor of the Raiders. You can see the flag there pushing toward the goal. So maybe that was part of the strategy to keep pressure on the Cavaliers. Nick Schmidt helps redirect, and another ball to Nick. Not sure if he liked that one, coming back to the middle. Cavaliers, again, keeping some possession down on the Raider end, up to their goal, the Cavalier goal. The Raiders have been dominating not only possession, but field position. Blake Penn again on a run, but you see 5 Cavaliers streaking back. Nunez lines up, takes a shot, and another great save. And we talked about the quick trigger. That time it was the left foot of Nunez. He has been on frame, but the keeper for the Cavaliers has been up to the task. I apologize. On their roster sheet, there are no positions listed by numbers, or I'd definitely be giving that young man his due credit. Another ball in, and another corner. That's going to be a dozen for the Raiders. So they've had their chances on these corner set pieces. Let's see if they rush some more players to the goal. And all the way across, and they're going to try to get a shot based on that angle. Ball into Hall. Hall puts it at his feet. He can turn, and it's wide. So another shot there. Don't know if that would be counted on goal from my angle, but it seemed to be far wide. Nunez, again, wins another midfield ball. Out to Bent with his speed. There's a shot there, just couldn't turn. Ball was a little behind him. It's like, get a number on that. Maybe Sheets again came rushing up to try to drive the ball, and just couldn't get it on the right panel there. Short delivery. Don't know if the Cavalier defender was ready for that. And it'll be throwing Cavaliers. So we're all even at 1 here. Raiders starting to reestablish their possession and field possession. There was about a 6-minute stretch there where the Cavaliers seemed to have the Raiders off balance. They seem to have regained it, but in soccer, with the fast flow, it can teeter-totter at any moment. Counter strikes are something the Cavaliers will really have to capitalize on. Raiders again in the middle. The calmness of Nunez really been nice to see here. Ball up, can he get to it? No, just out of the reach. But again, you can see moving to the middle, moving to the flank. Then they put a runner out there and have been really testing the defense of the Cavaliers. Nice tackle there on the side by the Cavaliers, again, to stop that buildup. So the Cavaliers have been well coached. Another acrobatic throw and a long one on that. That exciting to see, and maybe will help the momentum of the Cavaliers here. We got a stoppage. Looks like we might have, didn't see the direction. It looks like that's going to be a Cavalier set piece, and this could be dangerous. It definitely, with the strength and skill, this could be an opportunity here. The Raiders build a wall. Looks like the referee's walking it off to make sure they're 10 paces. He looks they're good. Tony Harrison or Evan Watson blows his whistle, and it looks like they're going to try to put this ball right on goal here. Who's going to take it? Second runner, and Schmidt, the goalie, reads it. Those low balls are tough, especially for a tall player, but he used his body well to corral that ball. Nick has got such big hands and long reach that he quite often could swallow that one up. But here goes the Cavaliers in another run. Good body positioning there and balanced by the Raiders defense. Forced to clear, however, which will give the Cavaliers the throw. So with 10 minutes remaining, 1-1. Some would see that as a surprise. But really rewarding both teams for what they've done so far. And the Cavaliers, that's just having great effort and being persistent, taking advantage of chances and mistakes. And the Raiders from just pressing forward. The Cavaliers win a corner, which I believe is their first of the day. So in contrast, the Raiders are going to be going on a baker's dozen. Let's see if the Cavaliers can take advantage of this set piece. A nice entry ball, just a little long, and it looks like that's going to go out of bounds to the Raiders on the opposite side of the field. Cavaliers being pesky in there. Raiders can't quite seem to control it. And just a lot of challenges and 50-50 balls. So again, a credit to the Cavaliers for their persistence here. Raiders play it up. There's a little space there, but the touch off the chest was a little long and to a Cavalier defender. So again, the Cavaliers are establishing some possession and some organization on that end, and again, really testing the defense, and as their confidence grows, we have another corner. So as soon as we said they had their first, they're right back on there, and we'll see how the service is. A little bit close to the goal. Cut it out nicely. But, oh, that's a handball. And the Raiders quick start, player wasn't ready, but a long touch and a ball up to Blake Hunt, who is going to control it at his feet, get it to Nunez. Nunez tries to do a little give and go, but intercepted by the Cavaliers. This one's played all the way back to the keep with just over 7 minutes. He's going to distribute the ball out, running through the middle. Raiders pushing up. Let's see if Nunez going to turn. Oh, he slips. Jake looked like he was trying to do a Maradona turn or something. Oh, there's a goal. So the Raiders break through, and a well-placed ball into the corner netting. So the Raiders, little sense of urgency on that possession, push right back up and earn a goal. And from my vantage point, it was Jacob Nunez, but again, I could be mistaken on that from my vantage point. So the Raiders again rewarded for that solid possession and passing. And that time the Raiders were the more persistent team and outlasted the Cavaliers for a 2-1 lead. So with just under 7 to go in the first half here at Sioux Park Stadium in Rapid City, South Dakota, you're tuning in on GoRaidersLive.com. This is Raiders Boys Soccer. It's like the Raiders have inserted a few players. They have some depth and experience here, so as they sub in, looks like they are wearing down a lighter St. Thomas More Cavalier roster. But again, I'm sure Coach Pete Sales for the Cavaliers is, at this point of the contest, very pleased with the effort of his team, definitely, and really optimistic about how they've haven't got down. Just keep on being persistent and showing great effort and lose the ball there through the middle, but again, they recover quickly. Now the white shirts seem to be a little bit everywhere. Looks like they've picked up their intensity and their sense of urgency, and their less space for the Cavaliers at this point to work the ball. Really working the passing around, really being patient now. Nice give and go ball. Lose that one though after a poke out by the Cavaliers. Cavaliers control on the right side, that ball goes out. And we're going to have a throw for the Raiders. Raiders will play it back and hope to reset and possibly switch fields. They do. I can hear Coach Myers saying quicker, quicker, so I think he wanted to switch fields a little quicker to create maybe some angles, get the defense moving, take advantage of his depth with his roster. Nice challenge there. Another one to the middle. See if we get a turn. Oh, stepped on the top of the ball, but just lost the balance there. Unfortunate, because another nice build-up, very deliberate build-up there by the Raiders. Just over 4 to go here in the season opener for both teams. Once again, the Cavaliers are in, the visiting Cavaliers are in the dark blue, and the Stevens Raiders, defending Class AA State Boys Soccer champs, give up a through ball there. They're in white, shot, and just wide. And Nick Schmidt turned and pointed to his defenders. I think everybody kind of making sure they knew who it was, a couple pats on the chest, and we're going to have a goal kick. And Coach, Cavalier Coach Pete Sales really clapping and encouraging his team there because he's seeing some good, confident play by them, especially on the attacking end. Oh, we've lost the ball. We have an angle. Let's see if we got a shot here. A turn, shot, and out. Wow, fly paper hands by the keeper who just cuffed that ball. If it took a bounce or had any height, it was in. Little frustration there by the Raiders, but wow, they have to give the goalie his props for that save. So excellent action. About the third or fourth nice save by the keeper. Again, I would definitely call the St. Thomas More keeper by name if there were positions listed on their roster early in the season. So we'll get those updated as soon as possible on the state website.
Sure, it says 14.
Looks like Michael Hurd is the keeper. We just got news at number 14. So if we're going by the roster, Michael, I'm going to say your name lots of times here because you have definitely earned it with some of the saves you've had. Great positioning by Michael and just great reaction and then great hand-eye coordination. That was on our end here, the near end, as you can see by the camera angle, and just swallowed and engulfed that ball. And so forward to the effort of Jacob Hall there that 9 times out of 10, that's a goal. Throw in by Blake Net, out to Nunez. Nunez chooses to, again, play it backward, moves some space. Gets the flank to Bramley. Bramley's pushing up now. Nice little give and go. Goes to the middle, cut off. Chase Hayes tries to reach back, get it, recovers, does. Outstretched leg. Challenge there by Sheets, and Nunez controls. Pushed up. It's Bramley with the shot, and just couldn't bend it towards the goal, but another good chance. Tough angle, but he did drive the ball and his dribble towards the goal to put the pressure on the defense. Nice ball headed back out. This time, instead of trying to control it, the defender clears it, waits for the rest of the team to get back in position, and probably a good choice with how the Cavaliers have really been persistent to take advantage of poking balls and winning challenges to try to create chances. There's a push there by the Raiders, and that'll definitely be St. Thomas More kick. So the keeper, the referee wants to restart it because there was
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That'll do it for the first half of play here in the season opener for the Rapid City Stevens boys, the defending state champion soccer team. We are 2-1. We will be right back.
Jared, I told those kids take them hammocks out.
Which kids?
Busted 2 big branches out. They've been watching them. They've been dorking around all day.
Were they Raider? Are they Raider kids or little kids?
Well, I don't know who they are.
Middle school or?
Probably.
Well, we are better than music branches. Well, they might be branches. But then they were jumping. And you don't break it if you just.
Well, you know what? It's one thing to lay in the hammock.
Yeah,
it's another
to do
to have
that.
3
You're
people
right.
pushing on that, trying to get the person in the hammock. to do a somersault, you know, hooking them up to the fence, which they're not even a foot deep. So they're not allowed to put up their hamlocks anymore.
You can go over there where the big trees are, huh? There's plenty of big trees
Oh,
over
they're
there.
gonna come out here and destroy it. They
Sometimes
don't
the
need
first
to
step
come here.
is the
Well, next
hardest.
time we get 86.
But
I'll
guess
have the
what?
city call their parents.
You've already taken
That's
quite a
crap.
few. So what's holding you
Especially
back
if
from
you ask
taking
them
the
once.
next one?
Yeah, it's just
Nothing.
Well, Breeze Lemon, I called that name for St. Thomas More. Zach Lemon. That lady has lemon and she's talking to those kids. But we have lemon too. We used to have a ton.
Boy, we lost a couple good athletes this last month, didn't we? Bigger's sister. Allie.
Oh, with the move, job moves. Well, she just both great kids, both great students, you know, good family.
Very supportive family.
Well, just great kids. John was intense, but he was just great.
That, but yeah, he was individually, but he's cocky, but he can back it up. For God's sakes, he can back it up.
Yeah, no problem.
You know, when you're cocky, you can back it up. You're
Nice, fresh.
Yeah, he's fresh last year. Training class.
Yeah, a little edge, but when he was one-on-one, I mean, he was just a boy.
Cars, jobs, a whole new level of freedom. It's what being a teen is all about. But before they fly off, you want to be sure they have the know-how to succeed, which is why there's free green teen banking service, the safe way for teens to learn how to manage money while you monitor their account. Free debit card, mobile banking, and the best way for teens to begin their financial freedom. Free green teen banking, only from Security First Bank.
Sometimes.
We said this last weekend on the pool too.
Is this? Oh, really?
Yeah, some lifeguards and stuff are going back to school.
They had back to
So
school.
as the teams regroup and get a rest for halftime, and it's a 2-1 game here with the Raiders opening up the scoring early. And then with just persistence and effort and, you know, some plays that held the ball the Raider half, just persistent goal by the Cavaliers, a nice goal. Tied it up. And then with a few minutes left in the first half, the Raiders gained the advantage back with the goal. So 2-1 at half. Again, earlier today, both JV boys and girls team started the seasons with wins, and then the girls varsity team took on the always tough St. Thomas More team and came out with a 3-1 victory. So a good start to the Raiders activity season. Well, this will be the first official contest, and the golfers will start getting at it next week, and all sports will have started by next week, so we're off and running with 10 varsity sports here this fall. And so we're looking forward to another great year of Raiders activities. We definitely appreciate everyone's support. You're following us right now on GoRaidersLive.com. GoRaidersLive.com. We'd like to thank all our sponsors who help these webcasts go. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor, you can contact the activities office and we'll direct you to Sports Ticket Live, a South Dakota-based webcasting company. Sports Ticket out of Winter, South Dakota. I'm sure glad that Jody Prozik and his crew have set us up with this production capability to be able to bring you select Raider events. We plan to partner with Kim Radio and Brian Fisher to bring you varsity football and varsity boys and girls basketball. And we're very happy to have Tim Lightpole to call a lot of post-22 games this summer through the ticket to be the webcast commentator for volleyball. Apologize, you're stuck with the activities director to call this soccer game. Gabby DeMarch joined us earlier and did an outstanding job. I would hope she could have stayed around because she really had a great knowledge and background of soccer and gave a great perspective from a player's point of view. So if you caught that broadcast and you see Gabby, let her know she did a great job. Well, there's still 3:43 on the clock. Again, the Raiders look like they're getting quite a bit of direction there from head coach Jacob Meyer. Third season as the head coach. And again, coached the Raiders along with assistants last year, Jeff Yarrow and Aaron Fox, to a Class AA state championship last year in Mitchell. We have a beautiful day here at Sioux Park Stadium. You'll see the breeze and the flag move once in a while, but it's partly cloudy, but just a beautiful backdrop of scenery here. You can see Dinosaur Hill in the background, so what a great backdrop to play contests and run track meets here at the Rapid City Area Schools owned and maintained Sioux Park Stadium, and then in partnership with the city and the schools have the Sioux Park Complex. So very fortunate here in Rapid City to have this sports complex with a swimming pool, tennis courts, and a park to be able to provide great things for our youth and our kids. We will listen to some music here as we get set for the second half of Raiders soccer.
For tonight, setting it on fire, and we'll dance until we're dumb in the dark. My lady, I know what you're thinking when the bass starts ringing. Can you tell me when you're stoked to start? Are you ready for tonight? Setting it on fire, and we'll dance until we're dumb in the dark. Are you ready? I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. When the bass starts ringing, can you tell me when you're stoked to start? Are you ready for tonight? Setting it on fire, and we'll dance until we're dumb in the dark. My lady, I know what you're thinking when the bass starts ringing. Can you tell me when you're stoked to start? Are you ready for tonight? Setting it on fire, and we'll dance until we're dumb in the dark. Are you ready? I'm ready. I'm ready.
I didn't even get excited about that. That just really bothered me.
your name.
All right, Dave, we're almost there. Buddy.
I'm ready.
Betcha.
I'm ready.
Yeah,
I'm
you got a
ready.
great day.
I'm ready.
Oh, we are set for Emily Lovin is number 11, who's had nice midfield play. He's coming off an injury, so it's really excellent to see such a good teammate and a fine young man back out there on the field. Worked really hard to get back, and so we're really proud of Emily and glad he's back out there. There's a through ball. Let's see if it's going to get there. But we got a whistle. Offside. This angle is hard to tell. These athletic young guys go running fast. We'll let them believe that there's something that can happen, but our flag went up. Swung in, but it's going to be out of bounds. Nick Schmidt clears it out.
You got music playing there.
Possession Raiders. Excuse me, Cavaliers will have to throw in. And another somersault throw, and a nice picture of that. High and long, but touchdown in the box. They almost had a chance with a good defensive effort to get in there. Oh, a nice through pass. And this could find the net. No, pushes it wide. Very good change of direction pass with a lot of just the right pace by Jacob Nunez. And Jacob Hall usually cashes in on those chances. It's okay, Jacob. I'm sure you'll be going back to the bank again. A prolific scorer for this Stevens Raiders team. Another good challenge, but one through the middle by the Raiders. And here's another nice through ball. See if we can get a turn, left foot shot, but blocked. A lot of blue shirts compacted in there when the Raiders start pressing forward. Jacob Nunez, and the ball is taken away. But again, a lot of change of possession to the middle. And the Cavaliers come out on a little run. Try to lift the ball out, and they are going to lift that out to Julian. Julian presses the ball forward. So a nice build up there. See if the Raiders can counter. Don't think they will, as again, that persistent mentality of the Cavaliers is pesky. And they win the ball and throw it. Julian now works, but Nunez gets that touch in there, and again takes out two defenders and gets the ball up to Ben. Let's see if we have runners in the middle. We do,
pass to the middle, and deflection out, that's going to be a throw.
That's number 26 that deflected that.
Looked like Dalton Lund was the Cavalier that just did a great job of recovering and not getting over excited there and just doing his job and clearing the ball out there. The back line of the Cavaliers. And again, a counterattack. The Cavaliers looking very solid on the counterattack. This time, ball played up to the keeper, Nick Schmidt. And he'll clear the ball, get it up, and it is almost controlled by the Raiders. A heavy touch, give it back to Cavaliers to switch fields. They maintain possession, a nice pass, but they have a runner in the middle. Let's see if they utilize it, and the ball's cut off by the Raiders. You can see the Raider defender there just kind of anticipating that pass. The St. Thomas More player didn't see him, similar to a quarterback throwing an interception where they just don't see the defender. Another nice through ball. The speed of Blake Bent. Let's see if we get a delivery here. Presents the ball, it gets back in the middle, but once again, Cavaliers are there to clear. Substitute coming into the game, can't quite make up the number. Looks like number 22, Heath Van Heaven. So the Raiders make a change. Fresh legs to Van Heaven. They're hopeful that he's able to help them. And he's on the recovery move now. So fresh legs out there. It's going to be a Raider throw, and Heath's going to turn and get it to Nunez quick. Who has the defender who does a nice job of holding his ground, but Van Hevelen's right there and lifts it over to Bent, who's in bounds, does a nice job of walking the tightrope there. Nunez in tight corners, pushes it out to Bent. Again, keeps it in. Centering pass, it's there at the feet and right at the goalie. Again, just enough pressure to where he couldn't really wind up and get the force he needed on it. And another point-blank scoring chance. And just unlucky timing, really. Just couldn't find that right panel and position on the ball to drive it home. So here come back Cavaliers with the somersault throw, another long throw over the head of the defenders. Kept alive by the Cavaliers and now controlled in the midfield by the Raiders. Oh, there's a hard foul there. Definitely going to be a reset. Both teams playing really hard, working really hard. Cavaliers, see if they with the wind, a little bit of wind there is, try to take advantage of it. They do put it in, but Nick Schmidt again takes care of that one. A lower delivery with some space to Mum, header Bent. Just couldn't quite find Van Heaven in time now. Two Raiders on St. Thomas More. Julian almost had a nice run there, but a good header takes it out. Again, a defensive header high in the air, but no clear. And the Cavaliers have a chance, and a goal! That's number 12, Spencer Lund. And the Raiders look a little stunned here. Equalize it at 2. It's 2-2. And there's a mistake by, or just an unlucky bounce. It's hard to tell. There were a lot of bodies in there, and Lund came out there and he delivered, which the Raiders have had their chances, and they will keep pushing the ball here up to the wing. Ace controls. He's got 3 men on him. Still fighting for the ball. Great effort there by Jace.
Substitution being made by the Cavaliers. Looks like number 16 is coming on, and that is Eli Nelson. So the Raiders are looking to press now, knowing that they're tied up, and the goal count of 2 is something that they were used to having on against them in several games, let alone one. Again, an opportunity in the box and just tight marking and not able to get off that the shot they want. Raiders again doing a nice job of pressing, but the Cavaliers have taken advantage of the few counter opportunities they had, and they've made 2 count. The Raiders have established field position and possession of the ball and have used their build-up attacks to score. So a contrast in styles, and Pete Sales is energized, and the Raider coaches are making adjustments and calmly looking on. We still have just under 30 minutes left in this half, so a long way to go. That's going to be a quarter. So we're looking at the 13th, possibly 14th quarter of the afternoon for the Raiders. And I'm sure they would love this to be a time where they can find a deflection or a leg or something head to get it in, and it's a little long. They switch fields, presses it back in the middle, but again, it sets up for a counter, and that time stops, but looks like the Raiders have a chance. Through ball, and no, out of bounds. But a quarter looks like again. So kicked out of bounds. And we're in the low teens for quarters here. Try the in-swinger on the right foot. There it is. That's a nice up piece. And another good save. But that was definitely the chance the Raiders were hoping for. So that's going to give them some confidence without getting frustrated, because that was probably the best chance they had in a quarter. We're going to switch which side it's attempted from. So now we're in the mid-teens for quarters for the Raiders. Let's see if they can capitalize. Nice hard drive off the head, but a lot to handle on that one. But 2 better chances in the traditional sense for the Raiders. Off the corner, they did try a lot of short passes to try to take the defense off guard. 2-2. .27.5 remaining.
A lot of bodies in the same spot, little space there. They get the ball out. Let's see if this one pays off. And a goal. Jace Hayes, another outstanding goal scorer and finisher for the Raiders. Really just put that one where even if the goalie did get a touch on it, which I believe he did, it just had enough pace to find the back of the net. So the Raiders, doesn't take long for them to get that sense of urgency and make this a 3-2 game with 27 minutes to go. We're starting up here again. Let's see if the Raiders can mount a 2-goal lead, or if the Cavaliers, great effort today, can earn them another goal. Great job out there by the ball retrievers. These youngsters come out, want to watch Raider soccer, and come out and give their time to help us keep the game on pace and fan friendly. So I want to thank all of them and treat them to
snack at the concession stand for their hard work. Raiders come out of that scrum, put a nice push ball on the ground, they've been playing in the air. Let's see if the Raiders can handle it. We got in the middle, shot, goal! Just like that, the Raiders used some crisp passing, and that time Jacob Hall was not going to be denied. That was low, authoritative, and just had enough space. He finished, and now the Raiders are feeling a little bit better. I'm sure that Coach Meyer and Coach Fierro and the other coaches are still making adjustments and talking about what they need to do better. Still off the kickoff, and Raider ball started off in the midfield, push it to the middle, work the middle, find an angle, push another ball ahead, and go. So it looks like they found that finish zone. We've had 3 goals in less than 2 minutes here. And again, Jacob Hall, who uncharacteristically missed a few opportunities, has a mindset now of they've got to go in when my team gives me a chance. So the Raiders' pressure and offense starting to pay dividends here. Cavaliers see if they can take advantage of a counter. There just hasn't been a chance because the Raiders have been on very targeted attack mode here. And another one, good consistent work by Jace Hayes, surrounded by 3 Cavaliers, and kept on working the ball and just couldn't quite get one served up to his teammates in the middle of the field. Throw, Nunez, back, nice piece of work there. Back to Nunez, he has a little space, he has a touch up the middle. To the edge to Van Hevely, he takes his time, squares his shoulder, lets the rubber come in, and that was really nice, really good piece of work there, good craftsmanship there. And a ball in, and this time not cleared out, and now it is. So that time, instead of hitting the ball cleanly, the keeper didn't, but the St. Thomas More defender was right there in position. Definitely had his keeper's back on that one. Good little flick move. Nunez is really starting to shine in the middle. He gets a switch ball. Bent is going to have to retreat a little bit, but plays it. Nice turn, hits the middle. And good challenge and a great defensive play on that tackle. We can't help to think here that the depth of the Raiders is wearing down the Cavaliers, who have had great, outstanding effort. Not a terribly hot day, but it's certainly a little humid, a little overcast, and these kids are working so hard, a little half-volley flick doesn't find the mark. And we'll have a goal kick for the Cavaliers. Michael Hurd having a busy but great day. Really impressive with some saves. This time he doesn't know where to come off his line. It's cleared again, but that one was on goal as well. Another shot and a great save. Again, Michael Hurd not backing down, just doing a nice job in the net for the Cavaliers. Just a little overpowered at this point. But that has to be the 3rd or 4th fantastic reaction save by Michael Hurd. Raiders with corner kick number 16, if our count is correct. And that's in the net. Don't know if it deflected off a player went straight in, but Blake Bent, kind of the namesake there, he bent that one in enough to get a piece of somewhere go straight in. So just like that, after a 2-2 scare, at 27 minutes in the last 5, the Raiders have put up 4. So that type of production has the Raiders a little bit more settled down, but also gaining confidence, and they're just seeming to find their finishing strikes are finding the net now. That goal was eerily similar to the Columbia goal in the U.S. Olympics. That was off a free kick, but very similar. Where just if the goalie did touch it, it just had enough to bend into the goal. Well, you could just see the Raiders are just very, very content and probably very smartly so, just relying to work everything to the middle and the quarterback, if you will, Jacob Nunez. Blake Bennett does a nice job of just keeping good body position. When he touches one, see if he gets it before the end line. He does. And he works hard to get the ball in the middle for a chance, but it's cleared out strongly by the Cavalier defense. Nunez, excuse me. Evelyn lines up for what? Low ball gives the keeper a little trouble, but Michael Hurd does a nice job of fielding that like a shortstop, but kept it in front and then controlled it. So more display of good goalkeeping skills by the young Cavalier. Another run. Let's see if we get a touch here. We don't, but the Cavalier defender does a nice job of using his ball skills to win that one. So danger abated. The Raiders play it back, look for some space and angles. Play it even further back to Nick Schmidt. He plays it out wide, trying to open up the field here. And a nice first touch and get the ball wide, and they got another runner ahead, but the Cavaliers intercept, but the Raiders come back. Let's see. A lot of bodies down there and a lot of hard work. Boy, the Cavalier defense in midfield is just working so hard. Oh, that ball just on the outstretched, this time there on the outstretched leg of the Raiders. This time the Raider defense was there for the counterattack. Boy, direct line to the ball, didn't take any fakes, and won that through the middle. The Raiders get it back, and it'll be cleared all the way to the keeper. Ball played up, headed in the air. Keeper Schmidt's going to make sure it's not a corner and give up the throw. We'll see if the Cavaliers go with the acrobatic throw to try to get essentially a corner kick. Doesn't appear to be, as there's another person in the box. It's like number 17, Jordan Oster's waiting for his teammates so he can deliver the throw in. Again, you're joining us on the official webcast site of Stevens Raiders, GoRaidersLive.com. That's an in ball, but handled nicely and then cleared wisely and very accurately. Slips and falls to get the ball up and retains possession on the wing. But now the Cavalier midfield defenders recover and win the ball back. Play wide to Oster. Oster looks to push it up the wing. Attempts to intercept it, and now here's Nunez on the counter and turn. Slides one through. It's going to get there to Hayes, it looks like. He's got a great left foot. And a good save, it looks like. Another save. And another corner. $16 or $17. staff member and longtime Raider coach Jeff Barnes up here working the clock for the Raiders as he does for Raider activities. And we've got 16 or 17. Another good set piece and a goal. So we talked about how the law averages had to take over, and they certainly did there. 7-2. The Raiders really opened it up and had maintained and just dominated the possession, but gave up some goals, tied in 27 minutes. Now, in a 10-minute span, 5 goals and lots of possession. And the defense backline seems to be more solid about just knowing when to move up and how to protect that counter. Ball went out of bounds according to the assistant referee, and so we throw in the Raiders. Throw in quick. Ace. Ace pushes. Mom. Pushed up, just not quite there. Pushed up, off to the wing. He was on the flank there. Looks like I can't get a number from that distance. Looks like number 38, or maybe it's Devin Hansen. Just can't get a number, folks, from our vantage point, but we will definitely try. Could be Hayden Henners as well, number 38. Cavaliers had a nice little build-up going there, but a good recovery run by the defender, and that's going to be a goal kick. So nice job there. Both teams trading possession there. The Rangers still moving forward. It's a quick goal kick, short, back to the keeper. Oh, hits it to the middle, and just no one there. Oh, unlucky for Michael Hurd there, but more lucky for that not to find the back of the net. Just didn't happen, a miss hit, maybe the ball off the turf funny, but he's been pretty solid back there. Raiders really playing the ball in the middle now. And Jacob Nunez tries to split some defenders, but they do a very nice job of closing that out. But a ball in, and a half volley that goes over the crossbar, but a good half volley attempt there. It looked like Jacob Hall. He was airborne. Just touched it high. Quick start. Cavaliers do a nice job of switching the field here. Raiders converge, and no other than Nunez almost lifted that right over the defender, but the defender did a nice job of judging that ball and turn that into an armless attack. Good steal. See where he chooses to play the ball wide in the middle. They go in the middle of that the second half, and that takes it right in the middle again, tries to split the defender, and doesn't work out for him. And that's clear. Clearly seeing 38 there, that does look like King Heinrich there. Nunez with that little flick move that he's just very effective with. But like Luke Julian saw it a few too many times and stepped in and took it. Mom knocked up the ball, but not before he gets away. Hayes with a nice controlling chest move there. He moves to the middle. Greg's got a good left foot. It's taken down. Are we going to have a call here? Yeah. It looks like we're going to have a call about 3-4 yards outside the box. Change of direction on that nice nifty move for Hayes. And it looks like he and Jake Nunez are going to step over the ball. We'll see if one takes a run at it, or if we let the left footer or the right footer. It looks like the west end of that goal is pretty open. It's a low touch.
anticipating the ball to jump. That low touch creates a corner, and I believe we are we're at 17 or 18. So scored on the last one. So I guess if you reset the averages, we won't hear. But there's also that law of independent assortment, and we can save that for another lesson with chairs and desks and chalkboards. Swings it in. So off the rebound. Oh, two Raiders there. I just don't think they knew which one was going to line up to take the shots. Their timing was off. They shake hands and have a smile. That was Jake Hall and Matt Bramley. That both were right there. Instantaneous moment. Didn't know who was going to take it. Bramley backed off, and that time, by the time he did, Hall was just a little off. So another short ball, almost given up. Nunez heads it back in. Cleared out. Christian Crawford pushes it back. Nice effort there by Mum. He asks for the ball at his feet, gets it, pushes it back to Hansen, who's had a nice game. Hansen over to Bradley. Bradley in the middle of the hall. Mum again. Again, the Raiders having good possession. Cavaliers seem to be doing a better job when they try to split defenders of challenging and getting the ball back. Throw is up, but it looks like it's out of bounds, so it'll go to the Cavaliers. So with 11 and a half remaining, the scoring is really up and up here in the second half of the Raiders. 2-2 tie, which I think surprised some people, with 27 minutes left. Now with 11 minutes, Rogers run, but no one in the middle, and Heath Van Hevlin clears, and the Raiders maintain possession of the field. With 11 minutes left, it's 7-2. So a floodgate of Raider goals, and maybe another one passing, maybe overpassing there, but maybe just didn't have the angles. Again, it's the far goal for us, so we're not able to really see there. But again, another scoring chance, and the Raiders really passing though to try to stir them up, and just over the bar. A great service and a hard service on line there by Jace Hayes, just off foot. So Raiders with Cavaliers with maybe an attacking chance, and the Raiders come back with two scoring chances, 2 balls on goal. Played wide. Nice takeaway there. Again, moving to the middle, really attacking the middle. I just can't help but think the coaches saw something that the Cavaliers really were dialed in on taking away the flank and that winger run that the Raiders like to do. Boy, very deliberately, when some of those outside attackers get the ball, they're dribbling and pressing right to the middle. So a good adjustment by the Raiders staff, and there's another ball to the middle, and outsides. First one they've had in a while with all the attacking and balls they've been doing. Cavalier team with a great effort, and they're very impressed with their persistence and their efforts. The Raiders, a lot of possession, a lot of short passes, and then from the 27th minute to the 17th minute, boy, just got on target with their finishing and found the net 5 times, and it's 7-2. Another pick by the Raiders, and another attack in the middle, another run to the middle. And another finish by Jacob Hall, who had missed some of those earlier. It's 8-2 with 8:37 to play. Not an expert, but just my observation,
the depth and rotation of the Raiders roster just a little too much for the Cavaliers, but they really gave the Raiders all they wanted for the first 60 minutes of the contest, and now the Raiders are opening up and finding target. Looks like the flag was up, but since didn't get the ball, they dropped it. There's going to be an offsides on Cavaliers. And the ball goes out, and it's to the Raiders, and the Raiders play it quickly up. And this time, the Cavalier defense does a nice job. The ball's through the middle. Good touch, but the Raiders take it back. Another little pop to the middle. Let's see if Hall can finish this one. He just doesn't have a good angle, and it's easily, but very, very carefully taken up by the keeper, Michael Hurd, who, despite the score, has had a really outstanding game for the Cavaliers. The score is not indicative of the effort of the goalkeeper and some of the saves he's been making, especially into the second half, keeping his team at this striking distance. Again, the Cavaliers has a young roster, only 2 seniors on the roster, so I'm sure if Coach Sales can get some conditioning in, a little time to get them to peak at the season there, they could give some teams some trouble based on their counter ability and early on their willingness to work so hard. This looks like they might be running out of gas. Here they have a chance. The free kick, the 2-man ball set up over there. It's in and easily mitted by Nick Schmidt, keeper. Affectionately known by his teammates as Nick, the brick walls. So certainly was that at the state championship game in Mitchell last fall. Ball's played out. Looks like that'll go, the throw will go to the Cavaliers on the far side of the field, the east side. Again, if you're joining the slate, the Cavaliers are in blue, and the home Stevens Raiders are in white. Goal kick there. Nice job of defending there by the Raiders. Nice distribution to Mom gets a nice little floater, but it's going to be outside as the AR flag was up. Chad Lassen on the far side. And good thought, nice touch. Just that back line again has been doing a nice job with that offside trap. They have a chance to be in sync. Nice little switch ball again. Pressure direct. And just off, and we're going to have another goal kick, it looks like. Quick start by the Cavaliers. They push it wide. Push it back to the middle. A little 2-man game there. And can't retain possession. But an interception allows them to. The Raiders trying to work it up. Offsides again. Probably why the soft cross came in. The player saw the flags. So players very aware of all the flags, and sometimes their body language can tell you what happens before you see any mechanics of the official. Another quick restart. Raiders right on it. Cavaliers now go to the middle. They've been really working the edges. Bob Nunez. And we're going to have Nunez brought down by, looks like number 4, Eddie Rossi. Excuse me, that was number 1, Andrew Evans. Raiders get the ball, a little time, a little switch, shot, and a goal. That was Nunez, dialed in, near post, rocket, ripped the net, and we're at 9-2 with 3 to go. So we reset. Nine, 2, 3 to go here in Rapid City for the home opener of the defending Class AA Boys State Champion Soccer Team, Stevens Raiders, and another shot crosses the goal face. Just Jace Hayes couldn't get to it, but just like that, the Raiders pressure again being applied. Nifty little move there. I don't know its name, but it sure was effective. It's like Blake Betts playing a little defense for the Raiders down the back line. Coach is probably trying to find a good combination. Of course, we talked earlier about Blake's speed and the strength and size, and as a senior, his confidence. So maybe the Raiders looking for a combination where they can match up a little bit better with Luke Julian and Spencer Love, who have given them some fits here when they've had opportunities on the counterattack. The Raiders, though, comfortably now in control. Another in ball. Looks like Hayes is going to have time. He puts it right back over. So swinging the ball back and forth, a shot, and just wide. It's like a few of the Raiders have really worked on their half volley strikes because they've been not afraid to try those difficult shots when they have the space. So with 1 to play here at Sioux Park Stadium in Rapid City, the Raiders lead the Cavaliers 9-2. It's like the Raiders now are content to possess the ball. And is he onside there? He is. And that'll make it a dive for the Raiders. So with 37.5 seconds remaining, the Raiders go up 10-2. And a very hard-working, persistent, tenacious Cavalier young team just kind of ran out of gas and ran out of bodies down there, but they showed a lot today. I'm sure they will improve. And this, I'm sure, was a great opening game for them to see all the things that they're doing right. And I'm sure Coach Sales will accentuate that and then see some things they have to work on.
8, 7, 6, 5.
A save to end the game
2
for Michael Hurd. And that's going to put a cap on this one. So thank you for tuning in to GoRaidersLive.com. Again, your final here at Sioux Park Stadium. We're at the City Stevens Raiders defending Class AA Boys Soccer State Champions
outlast a very persistent St. Thomas More team 10-2. We will see you again on GoRaidersLive.com. Again, we'll webcast select events, varsity football, girls and boys basketball, volleyball, and soccer. If there's ever 2 events at once, we'll do our best to bring at least video feed of the event. Again, very exciting that this year will be teaming with Kim Radio to bring you varsity football and varsity boys and girls home basketball. And we also will have Timmy Lightpole join us to do the webcast commentary for Stevens Raiders volleyball. That's it for us here. Thank you for joining us on GoRaidersLive.com, the official webcast site of Rapid City Stevens Raiders activities.